la 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 la. Oh, cat politics. This house is crazy as a dog with 3 dicks, and it's not neutered, no. Hi! If you're just tuning in, my name is Pepper. Welcome to the radio psychic for insomniacs and cats, and get ready to go crazier with me. If you'd like to know what I'm using, it's not Xanax, or else I'd be a lot happier. Let me tell you, I did not mean, look at me, my hair ain't even did yet. I'm in between. I'm in transition with my fucking hair. Things got crazy today. Did they ever not get crazy? They got less sane than ever now. Tragically malicious has returned. Remember in an earlier video we talked about my mom's astrological signism or astro prejudice? Well, I forgot about another one of her unofficially adopted Sagittarian children that she wishes she had to make up for all of us Scorpios. There was a movie that we actually do have a Kevin in the unofficial family. There was that movie called We Need to Talk About Kevin, which is about a hell child. Our Kevin, we'd almost take him back. He's a friend of the family. He's another codependent. He's not codependent. He's a sociopathic cancer that I knew from music part of my life. But I'd almost take him back because I can handle a somewhat psychopathic, sociopathic person. Of course, I handled my mother and all her personality disorders. I'll trade Cody. I will trade Cody for Kevin. We have a crisis. We'd pick a crisis. Which crisis do you want? Let's see. I have this program on my phone that I've had from like 2017 that I just love. It's really lo-fi. This is on my Android. Oh, look, it's me looking really cracked out. Yes, here's the argument for, Pepper's sober and in perfect, fine mental health. I only look like I'm 60, and I'm also in transition in a different way, and I need to pay the Canadian government a lawsuit for botching that transition. Jesus. Bald-headed, blue-eyed Jesus roller skating backwards. Amen. Let's see. But yeah, pick a crisis and or whatever. We're going to talk about, I'll gather my thoughts. One of these days, I'll actually put a shout out for a new laptop. Not a new laptop yet. Although, there's a link, if it worked right, to buy me coffee and PayPal me now on my other tab of my site. Yes, here it is. Gives you choices of, I don't know, this is going to come in backwards or not. Look, my hands are tremoring, but it's not, it's just a tumor. It's not actually anything more substantial. You get the choice of words, of analogies, absurdities, questions, an image, advice, a proverb, or a truth. So what will we have? How about advice, since there's just way so many things I can, where do I proceed now? Because I didn't call the cops on Cody. And Cody is almost likable. He's not related to us. He's not even a friend. I don't know how we got Cody. But he did something unthinkable today, and I'm going to totally change my what video should I do next, because he's not a roommate, he's not a family member, but he is one of the Sagittarians my mother would rather have in our family than any of her Scorpio-born children. And welcome to dysfunction. You know, we at least we're a somewhat reasonable batch of dysfunction compared to my also sociopathic brother who's always in jail for defrauding people in white-collar crime and identity theft. Not because he hates who he is, he just steals people's identity who have more money than him, so he doesn't have to work, or he takes advantage of girls that think they can redeem him. We'll go with advice. Advice is, do what you love to do. Well, you know what? I'm kind of doing it. I'm trash-talking my own family and their extensions because I found out that therapy can free your soul and you will be cured. I'm never going to be cured. I am the disease. I am the root of all. Let's see. Truth. I'll go with truth. Big circles come from small spirals. Well, I'm making a spirochete of a new pandemic of I'm just making, My advice to you all is, if you can't say something nice, say the worst possible thing. So we're going to talk about how when I thought Kevin was bad for helping out my parents as a handyman and then helping himself do a whole bunch of stuff from our attic, and I was like, maybe you shouldn't have Kevin around. He's acting like a crackhead. Oh, that was fine. He was just repurposing things and never bringing them back. I'll take that because Cody's a rich kid whose parents live on a farm outside of Youngstown. They can have him. They have him. They did have him. They can keep him. He doesn't belong here or in our family. Please, Cody, go make your own friends in Mahoning County. Keep the friends that you lost. Reclaim them. Repurpose them yourself. There's a lot of repurposing going around. Mend fences. Go smoke piles of meth and rebuild dishwashers that could also be satellites on your property. Just stay away from. My mom had. Oh, he's nice, and he's a ginger. She used to hate gingers, and then now she's got a thing. I didn't even notice he had red hair. She says is dyeing her hair flame and collecting others. He's impish. He's like a leprechaun. Because leprechauns are in real life, if they were real in life, always such good luck, and they never trick anyone or fuck them over. So her pet leprechaun, while she's in rehab, is staying here, and he's not, except maybe breaking parole, not really doing anything. We don't want to draw any more attention on our janky little family situations than we need to. So what are we doing besides existing under the radar? So obviously, I was only trying to bleach my hair out tonight and dye it greener and pinker, but that didn't finish. So I'm just going on honestly on the record with my true colors of imperfection. And cat politics. We didn't even get into the cat politics. They're thinking outside the box again. That's all I'm going to say. In fact, I have to go upstairs and get a new box to put Estrella in another room because it's and Estrella's birthday is the day after tomorrow. She's my Taurus, Scorpio moon, Cancer, rising cat, so she doesn't care about food or security or having anything set in her ways at all. So somebody died that I used to work with. That was the first thing that Cody didn't need to be here for. He didn't need to be here for anything. But he doesn't leave places. And he's a fire hazard. He's a fire hazard astrologically. He's a fire hazard because he stays up for days at a time. And my boyfriend had some outside work to do, so that he was going to be gone for a couple days. And I'm like, oh no, well, shit, what do I'll just ignore him. And he was going out of town to do some work on construction. And this is just like, why am I telling the internet this? Because you need to know. You haven't even heard my crazy roommate stories, but this was just a crazy housemate for a couple days story. So I'm like, listen, just stay out of my way. Do a few projects around here that my boyfriend was supposed to do, because he's actually working. And don't put your teeth in the dishwasher again, please. Not that much to ask. He's younger than me. A lot of people are becoming younger than me, and I'm just starting to notice it a lot. And, I'm just, enough. I just wanted to do something. And that happened. And let's see. Oh, Oracle, what do you have to say about that? How about a word? In a word? That's how it feels. Conspiration. Yes, forces in the uterus are conspiring against me to fuck me over in the great womb of 2021. And yet Sagittarians overall remain my favorite sign when I'm not related to them by family or being my mom choosing them to be her chosen family. So here's what's going on. Sometimes, you just can only if there's nothing left but ashes in the thick skull, you can just drill so many things into the brain, or where it was. So, we've said before when he's been around, would you put some pants on? Don't put your teeth in the dishwasher. Don't pee in the yard. We live in the suburbs. That's messed up. But, my mother says, oh, but he's so upbeat, just like she says about my brother, the Sagittarius. Oh, but he's so upbeat. So basically, if you have things like a job and you show up on time for things, but you're prone to ever being a little bit crabby, then you're just a shitty person in her book, especially if you're born before the 22nd of November. But after the 23rd of October, you're screwed. Anytime before Christmas, though, after that, you're golden. It doesn't matter if you walk around in states of undress, don't show up at all, as long as when you do show up sometime in the next 5-year window, you're cheerful as hell and you make her coffee. So I know I'm just this giant head in your screen. Hi, giant head in your screen, big ethnic eyeball. And then to top it off, cat politics are readjusting. We've got the zizzle in the closet upstairs. Then my boyfriend was redoing some of the rooms that my mother let go to hell, and he's redoing the closet downstairs. And this house is built on such a shitty foundation that one of them decided to agree with that and validate it by thinking outside the box and shitting in the closet. And then I'm just like, oh no, not enough mops or brooms or paper towels or kills or stench away. So, oh no, the lamp of the Lord is going to be on soon. The scare ball, it will be dawn, and I will turn into Cinnamon Toast Crunch or some shit. I don't know. No, there's enough shit here. There's enough shit for... And if... Oh, I saw something that was really funny on the side of a sewage pumping, septic pumping truck the other day that said, your crap is our bread and butter. I was like, that is so funny and so gross. So, for whatever else I'll be using, it won't be in notes below because I don't know what it is, because I stole it from my mother to get back at her for gaslighting me. And I said, I know I got this new mascara. I know I bought it. I thought I bought it. I didn't even remember taking it out of the package. No, I think you're on drugs. Really? Maybe this brain thing, this tumor thing is worse than I'm thinking. I'm like thinking, my God, my whole memory's gone. My memories, my storytelling, that's everything I treasure. I'm losing my identity. Boom, I found it hidden in her room. Thief. But I'm a pathological liar, and therefore I'm either on drugs or need to be on medication. Okay, Marion. Make me feel like a paranoid person because you Sagittarians are conspiring against me. Hey, appearance by Amy, tale, interrupted tale. We interrupt this tale to bring you a very important kitten. Her name is Amy. Bye, I hope you got that. I know one day I'll get an actual laptop or a camera or a ring light, but not anytime soon. I'm like lo-fi, you know the deal. And then, what now? I was going to tell you a story about what I'm trying not to hold on to for the next few years, because even if I threw it in my mother's face, like, why do you let Cody into our house? He shouldn't have a key. We keep changing the locks now that she's in rehab, though. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Brown giant. That's what I say about you, Cody. I really almost called the cops on him, and I'm not a cops calling kind of person unless it's like a real emergency. But you can't call the police in the suburbs because you're not sure if you're having a panic attack, because you don't know if you've ever really had an anxiety attack after someone like my mom raises the bar pretty high for like, is she birthing a yeti from her thorax, or is this just a histrionic thing when she has a anxiety attack? Because this was more like me thinking, oh my God, you just ruined a portion of my life. And I'll tell you what happened now. I guess I'll just have to tell you, rather than just keep building it towards something that's going to be very anticlimactic like much of my life. All right. First of all, we're going to take a walk, because we have to go think outside the box so that Estrella can... Estrella, Mozambique, Estrella, Mozambique. Oh, Mozambique, Mozambique, Mozambique. I'm getting you your letterbox, your letterbox, your letterbox of the future that is still a letterbox of the present. All right. So, first of all, I've got word from a former coworker of mine that the very, very vivacious and wonderful secretary... First, you can see our politics. Who's in the closet? Is there a zizzle in the closet? A zizzle, there is, there is. Who's a zizzle? Hi, Ziz.
Zizzle. He is a zizzle.
He's hiding.
Hi, Zizzle. Zizzle. I love a zizzle. You are that zizzle.
That's Bobby Zizzle. He's the one that's named after my dead brother. Hello. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Here we have Jacquelina and him, H-Y-M-N. And Amy Tail interrupted. Tail interruptus. T-A-I-L interruptus. Tail. And Mimi. Mimi has a tail of two directions. I don't know why we have Chernobyl tails in this house. We didn't plan it. It just happened. Because God wanted it that way. God. Meow. Yeah. So. How are you feeling? So pissed off at Cody. And you know what? Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to kick you. I know. Now you guys are going to have me for animal abuse, because him is such a pretty Libra that I probably screwed up his Tumblr aesthetic by tripping over his tail. Now his tail's going to be fucked up too. See what a bitch I am. All right. So. I know, clean your damn house. What you gonna... If you want to tell me in the comments again to clean my damn house, why don't you come to Ohio and clean it for me, bitches? Thank you. All right, so... Let's see. I was hoping the work that was left behind when my boyfriend went to do his construction job would be done by Cody when he got back, but no, of course, we only have him all strung out and tweaked out when we want to sleep and be left alone. Well, we're going to sponsor this moment by something that's not sponsoring me, because I'm not monetized in the least bit, but I need to put the phone down because my gimpy tripod is part of the story too. Yeah, remind me of that, I say to myself. Note to future me. Why don't you smell my shoe, him? You look really good smelling a shoe, and I really do need to clean. But in the oh, that's not him. You're him. I'm sorry. I know. So, it's so human to think you guys look alike. You look at us and you totally see us equally horrifying, but not necessarily alike. You know, one of us feeds you and talks to you a lot, and the other one just kind of ignores you and sometimes yells that you shouldn't shit outside the box. And I'm going to back him up on that. So, here we go. His name is him. He was so pretty. He didn't do nothing because he didn't have to. He just looked pretty. Him. All right, him. You be my phone guardian, him. Why don't you smell it? While I fill this litter box. That's right. No, I'm filling it with litter, not anything you're going to fill it with. I'm filling it for your beautiful mother, whose birthday is coming up. And in that great tradition at our house, instead of me just giving her gifts, constantly feeding her food-obsessed, security-obsessed Taurus butt, she's going to give me little brown gifts, hopefully inside the box. That's how we do it here, right? The paw. The order of the paw. I'm not going to do that. I know. I've got this beautiful tangle of Amy's kittens behind the fireplace, the fake fireplace. Yes, that fireplace that I didn't know my parents had gotten after I moved back home when I was really stoned in college. No, Did I stop this? No, I'm just, hi, it's me still. All right, now. So instead of getting the teeth in the dishwasher useful vendor variety, I get turn out the light for one thing. Oh, how nice, you guys stole the lampshade. That's wonderful. I love it when you play destructively. When I've already had a hellish day. I went to the, I gotta remember where I put it. I think it's on the steps. I went to the all-night gas station after this to treat myself. One of the things I love about being an adult that nobody told me I could do, that I do, and I can't wait to take my nephew to let him have as many marshmallows as he wants. You can do that. Doesn't matter how much your day sucked. Gas station hot dogs with veins. It doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want when you're an adult. And one of the things you don't have to go to jail for is all the fucking marshmallows you want to put in your creamy ass latte. Just flood that thing. Flood that bitch till it looks like something metastasizing. I don't care. No one's going to take you away for that. So what? Go wild. And I did. And on the steps. Now we venture over here. That was my, there were other times I would have probably gone on a Coke bender, right? But, budget permitting, and the fact that you can die from that shit, yayo. So here's my aesthetic. I know. Is that even like Gemini Moon Ravenclaw? I don't know. Tell me. Here I am in my suburban neighbor's hell. But I'm not the one that ruined my reputation today. Further. All right, where's Estrella's box? All right. Well, I guess I thought it was here. What the hell did I do with my drink? I'll deal with it. So here we go. Never see that for very long around here. It's a clean litter box. Enjoy it while it lasts. Blink, you'll miss it. All right, I was bitching about somebody who's actually not efficient when we needed him to be, but instead decided to crash here, which is probably why he was here in the first place. Meow, meow. What? Amy Tail, say hi to the internet. I'm talking to Amy because Amy's going to be on the internet. All right, now you guys stay away. I'm going in here and we're going to interview Estrella. No. Okay. Hi. That's my girl. She's Madre de Panteras, Estrella. There she is. She's the one who calls the shots in this house. Now please, look what I brought for you. It's a shit box. Remember those back in the day? I don't think you do, judging from your behavior. All right, we're gonna put it right here. Enjoy. Guess what you can do in there? I'll give you a hint. It's not play Trivial Pursuit. Okay, here's my marshmallow laden latte. All right, so what kills me is one of the channels that I like a lot on YouTube is Save Robbie's channel. It's actually really good. But Save Robbie actually looks like a handsome version of Cody. Like Cody actually was a handsome guy when he was not all tweaked out, and he's also got like several years on, not actually, he doesn't really have that many years on Robbie, but he just lived rough, I guess, when you're shooting a lot of, or boofing a lot, or anything you can do to ingest all sorts of things. I don't know, and also he's just inconsiderate. And now that I think about it, his birthday is the absolute right across the wheel of the sky exactly is polar opposite, because he's a Sagittarius. And bless you, he's a November 1. He's November 26th, so he's right across. He's the polar opposite. He's the anti-Robbie. He probably even has an anti-Carol who's like Vanicula or something, who's like an anti... I don't know. Well, anyway, he's here. Not anymore, he isn't. I actually dropped him off at McDonald's in his own vehicle, which I kind of hotwired because I was that mad. So I find out about my coworkers, how it starts. This was the day before yesterday. No, yesterday. This was just yesterday. Are my eyes really that far apart? I look like cattle. Next thing you know, aliens are going to be mutilating me and people are going to be blaming it on government. Really? I did go there. See, now I'm probably contact buzzed just by being in the same house with the idiot for that much. So, here we go. I find out that my old coworker is a secretary receptionist at the place that I used to work. Newspaper I used to write for. That she passed away. And that there would be a Zoom gathering for people that couldn't be there at the actual bar that was having a get-together in New York for her. And I was just like, hi, how you doing? Donde está Estrello? Right in my brain. Okay, so I have done a lot of things in my life. Purity test score is not something to be proud of. Ow, that was my finger. But I know. Here, why don't you tell them? Tell them the things that the eyes of God and you have seen, right? But I've never been on anything more than a client calls for myself and clients, mine, or medical appointments since COVID that were on I guess Zoom one-on-one. So I had no idea how to do a Zoom memorial service gathering or a Zoom group meeting in an office or anything. And I'm embarrassed to say that because I used to actually have real corporate job skills, but I also used to have a world that I was born into where you met friends by going to bars or coffee houses or work or school, and you didn't have to send them a request to be your friend and all that other stuff. So I'm old century, guys. I really am. I'm your OG, big time. So I'm actually really much more comfortable speaking or performing music from back in those days in front of a crowd of 10,000 people than I am being at a dinner party with 4 or 5 people. I know that's probably weird, but I was freaking out because one of the few people in this group that I would have been comfortable with at this point was the person who was being memorialized. And that was weird. And so I didn't really know what to do about this, and I was freaking out before my boyfriend left. I'm like, what do I do? I'm like Googling all this stuff and looking up stuff on YouTube about how to behave, how not to behave, so I don't do that at any kind of a Zoom. She'd already had her actual funeral, so it wasn't like it was a viewing or anything, because I accidentally looked at that first and was just like, oh my God. And I mean, I was raised Roman Catholic, and I come from backgrounds that are Cuban and Irish and Polish, so we're all about dead people. And I'm not squeamish about. I have relatives that are in the funeral business, so I'm not squeamish about actually viewing a dead person. I've seen many dead people in and out of funereal situations, and I guess that would make some story times too. My ex-husband was a cop for years, and I worked some things with the police department and did some it was very under budget and some crime photo work, and so it's not like, but she was also someone I worked with that was my friend and gone out drinking with her and stuff, so I didn't actually really want to see her dead, let alone on a computer, because that's just sort of like it invokes for teaching purposes only or something, and it wasn't. Well, it is. It's teaching you how weird the world has become in this arbitrary time of what the fuck. So it wasn't that, but I just then started to realize, oh my God, these weird things have happened since those days. I became 20 years older, fatter, and then I started to think, you asshole, you terrible asshole, you should make this about Agatha, you should not make this about you. And you're turning into your mother. You're suddenly worrying about whether or not your nose has gotten longer and how jowly you look because you just spent 20 minutes of your pathetic life that you're not going to get back watching a tutorial on how not to look like shit in a Zoom meeting, only to have the photographer who made the video say, mind you, this is only when you're on a laptop. And I don't have a laptop anymore because some of the crazy people that my mother brought into my life helped relieve me of it by gutting it. And so I was just like, meh, I know, blame everyone, right? Blame everyone but myself, because I couldn't have just extracted myself into a minimalist lifestyle where I could just look gorgeous like one of the, I don't know, Hadid sisters, and just chill and be zen and never defecate or have a frown line and just exude toxic positivity all the time. Live, laugh, love, but never get a frown line. Whatever. So here I am freaking out thinking, what do I do? You know, I mean, I called my friend Brian. He's like, I'm just going to skip it. I'll just send a card. I'm like, who are you going to send a card to? Like, the girl organizing it hates him, hates me, because we were the only two smokers and we're not dead. And I don't smoke anymore, but I'm still not dead. And ironically, we were both the two people that got cancer, and he got it in his balls, I got it in my ovary. And did we hook up? People will speculate, but that's not how we got cancer, because we were still smoking. And before, after the hookup, after the cancer, people can speculate. I don't care. I'm not dead is the problem, and people wished we were. Well, at least the girl that's probably organizing the memorial service. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry. There's people bitter about who ended up writing for Cosmo, and I didn't. And who would lie about their uncle being an astronaut? I wouldn't lie about something like that. It's bitten me on the ass more than once. It's stupid. But moving right along, dead, memorial, awkward, me, any situation that's important, awkward, me. So it gets to the time, and I had told Cody, listen, I have a thing to do for my old work, and involves, and he doesn't, I mean, for the longest time, his password was Cody, and his birthday for everything that he could have, because he'd always be calling up me or my boyfriend or his old girlfriend, who he would introduce to people as. She's also my weed dealer. Good to know. And whatever it was, he's dumb. He's almost as dumb as my brother David, but not really. My brother David's not dumb because I don't know where he is, so he's hiding effectively from somewhere. I don't know. I'm crabby. I'm mad. I got embarrassed. I got horrified. It's called my life. It happens. Sometimes it's funny when it's been retold, so I hope you're enjoying it too, because it could be your life, but it's not, so you win. I'm just like, listen, he's doing one of these marathon sleeps, which will happen after you've been rolling or tweaking or grating your teeth and taking apart air conditioners to build a satellite for something you don't need the signal for, I guess. This was somebody that tried to build a pillow fort in our bedroom one time in my old house, until I actually threatened to hide different parts of his truck in various parts of Lake Erie and let him scavenger hunt them. So whatever is going on, I don't know. It's Pluto retrograde. It's my 12th house. Damn it, I left my mascara. No wonders I look less like me. Less like the augmented me. Breathe. think about the dishwasher. So he crashes. I said I woke him up about 40 minutes before I had to go into seclusion and prepare myself for this thing. I tried to not fuck up. First, I tried on a dress that was like recommended by the backgrounds, don't be too busy people. I didn't want to be disrespectful. I was also, the funny thing is, I'm a clairaudient medium. I was having a conversation because I wasn't expecting to actually hear, have a two-way conversation with my friend that I'd worked with that soon. But you'll have that when you do what I do for a vocation. And I had actually known that she died when I was doing my meditations before I heard from other people that I'd worked with her with that she was dead. I don't know, it just sounds, it's like also sounds, diminishing, or people, everyone's so PC today. I'm like, oh, don't call them dead. They've crossed over. They're in spirit. They've passed. Some people still say dead, and she was just like, surprise, you didn't expect this. And I was surprised because I didn't even know. She actually had heart disease, but one of the things that was upsetting was that the girl that was I was talking about that didn't like my other coworker Brian and I, was that she was trying to say this was COVID related, and it wasn't. And it was her husband was actually later talked to me or emailed with me, and he was saying how the only thing that was COVID related was that they couldn't all, her extended family couldn't visit her during all at once when she was in the hospital, which isn't just only, it's a big deal. There's a lot of people going through any kind of health things. I've been in and out of the hospital a lot with my own health problems, and I can't have more than one visitor, and before I couldn't have any, and that's really lonely, and it sucks. But anyways, I was having a conversation with her where I'm getting ready, I'm dropping shit, and I was, she was a very silly, very goofy, very fun-loving person who just didn't sweat any small stuff at all, and was always busting people's balls, and she was just hilarious. And she had 4 sons, and so I grew up with 4 brothers, so we had that in common. Like, she was pregnant with her youngest son when I was last working with her, and so it was just we had a lot of fun together. And then I was just like, oh, you're there, you're on the other side, and she's 3 years older than me, so she wasn't quite 50. And oh, where did that happen? How did we get this? Yeah, I wasn't quite 50. I'm not supposed to be quite 30 yet. When did that happen? Damn. But I know. And you're going to be 4 in a day. I know. I remember when you were born and Sarah had you right on Daddy. Because you're perfect. Ti amo. Beaky beaky. So, anyways, I'm trying to set up the camera thing. Now, I had this ginky little tripod that I got at Dollar General. That's what I call it. And it's a phone tripod. And I was using... I need to get to Gorilla Glue and see if I can rig that together, because today was my friend Gian's birthday. Earlier in the day and I used it successfully somewhat then to rig it together to record a song on my music Instagram for him, because I can't afford an actual gift. I can't afford to tune the piano, and I sold my keyboard because I'm so broke. I sold my keyboard last month just because, oh my God, things will get better. Happy thoughts, positive thoughts. I hate how the MLM people have worded the word abundance. They have ruined it for me, but oh well. Good things are coming. Hopefully one of those things will be an orgasm, but not right this moment because that would be way awkward. So I wake him up and say, hey, Cody, just do me a favor, stay. I've got to do this thing this that I was telling you about. I've got to do this remembrance thing at this Zoom bar thing. I know you're afraid of computers. You don't understand technology. You're practically Amish, living somewhere between Cleveland and Youngstown and in God's gooch there, but just stay there. If you need anything, I'll come to you when I'm done with this. Do not interrupt me. This is very serious. It's for work. It's for work. You know, he doesn't know. Hopefully he'll just hear work means, you know, maybe there'll be money for me to get high later. I don't care what he thought. I just wanted him to stay the fuck away from me. So there we go. I'm in there, putting the phone in the tripod. It starts. I'm, you know, talking about her. It's not as awkward as I thought it would be. I'm sweating like a whore in church. And also the first trial run of my monochromatic but sensible background and lighting and outfit choice. The outfit I hadn't worn that thing since I was probably, I don't know, in high school. I don't know, because there are actually clothes in this house because it is my mom's house. There are clothes here from high school. Not good. So I put the outfit on. I'm like, oh, okay, I can't even get this over my titties. So I ended up opting for some mom thing, and that was matronly as all fuck, but I didn't care. Time's running up. It's almost time. It's almost, 0 hour, so whatever. I'm here, we launch, it's fine, we're talking, telling Agatha stories, and somebody reminded, oh, be careful what you invoke. Somebody reminded everyone of how she was big into like fart jokes and butt jokes more than I am, and how it would, and she was Scorpio, and Scorpio, Taurus, rising, Aries moon, for FYI. How and her sons were there, and everybody's laughing. How she would she'd want people to be laughing and telling fart jokes at her wake. And well, be careful what you ask for. And the upside of being a medium was I could actually hear her laughing when this shit went down. But the other people, yeah, you're gonna get a lot of credibility by saying, well, at least you know I was the psychic and astrologer at your magazine, so here's my credible word. You have this on, I went to the University of Speculation and shit for this, but she's cool with this. So people are just talking, and I figure out how the Zoom works when you're on a phone. You can't see all 35 people that are, remotely attending, plus the bar people, da-da-da. And then I hear, there, right, where am I? The fuck am I? Do my eyes look like they belong on a golf course or a ping pong table? Isn't that funny? That's how I felt. Like, I'm in that meeting I told you about. This house is very open. These we added, but this house is like all one big giant. No, there's no way I could, no. And then I hear one of the trumpets from the book of Revelation, and it was him passing gas, like a lot of gas. Like, I don't know how a body that skinny and tweaked out could hold that much gas. And mind you, I forgot about the part where I shot myself in the face first with the tripod dying and shooting I obviously can't show you my size of my phone. It's an iPhone SE. I call it Smurfette's mini pad because it's so small. And I practically need a white cane with a red tip that prehensilely reads Braille, because I can't even on the highest accessibility function read what the fuck it says on here. But it says, oh, you're going to shoot yourself in the face and look like a big dickhead, because I'm like, nodding with everyone else. We're sharing. I get the stories, and then boom, my phone shoots me right in the face, practically chips a tooth. Bless you. You're welcome. I know. I'm almost done. I know. I love you. Escúchame. Shut up. Okay. So that was the first thing, but then this naked, red-haired man just walks into frame. There's dingus in behind my head, and he is passing gas. Just, do you have any food? Something to drink? Do you have any iced tea? There's nothing to a New York crowd of people memorializing a beloved colleague that looks like a red-haired man from Ohio's dingus and his buttocks and his exactly. There's nothing you can't say. Oh, that was Slender Man. That was not that nothing. You just and there goes the cat's ass. So yes, that is how my Zoom cherry was lost, and how ceremoniously, and how Agatha was laughing beyond the grave, and how nobody could do that except this house, and only in the land of my never boring, exactly. And it's only one more day to Estrella's birthday. Da, 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 da. So there you have it, and I hope you have a wonderful day today and enjoy yourself. And now that our Wi-Fi is down, and we don't have enough gas in the car right now to drive to McDonald's and ape their Wi-Fi, this will take 74 years. It'll take 84 years. It'll take a Uranus cycle to upload this. So it'll probably be Estrella's birthday by the time this gets uploaded. How about that? Oh, now she's going to give the head rubs. Head rubs. Thank you. And make sure if you're ever around these parts, you try the Panther. I tell you, it is exquisite. Don't rip the sofa up. It's all we have left. Keep it Panther.